Zalim, it's a pleasure to talk to you again and hear about what's been happening since last year when we were all at AMEE conference. Since last year, you've joined the executive of the organisation. How is that going?
Well, it is very exciting to find out even more about how AMEE is acting, how AMEE is working, and I had the chance to visit office in Dundee and see daily job of the office and find out more about roles of everybody who works in the office, and it is a good role model for us to develop educational society in Russia.
And of course you bring to that role of an executive member of AMEE your experience of establishing this completely new event in Moscow. Tell us about that.
Well, we opened office in May this year. Well, you know, we have annual conference in Moscow on medical education, and this year during the conference we had official ceremony of opening, and right after the conference we had very first AMEE course, for which we selected 20 participants from Sechenov University, which is now host of the office. Right now we have even staff for the office. We have executive director and secretary who is doing now daily job in the office. What we're going to do there, and why we decided that we need the office, you know, for a number of years we are doing translation of AMEE educational materials, of AMEE guides and some papers from journals, because we have huge educational community in medical schools, which of which probably 10% could speak English and read professional literature in English, and the rest of them needs to get all these materials in Russian. So that is one of purposes why office was established in Moscow, is to bring education, bring professional development for medical educators in Russian and make it more available for them.
So that's wonderful. So by establishing this local facility in Moscow, you're able to provide an accessible source for many more people than we can do, and the fact that it's in Russian and you've translated obviously helps that, doesn't it?
Yes,
that's
yes,
very good.
Yes.
And I guess that because I know your sort of sister organisation now, the AMEE China office has opened, and
I think
with
they
the
have
similar
some
objectives. So that's very wonderful to have a satellite in Russia. What was the SinoRussian New Educator Award we heard of? Someone was awarded that today.
I think it will definitely will attract young medical educators from China and Russia, and they will try to. It will lead to their professional development first of all, because to apply for this award they need to show their achievements, and they need to go through AMEE courses. They need to read some new literature, new papers on medical education, and implement it in their practice. That is our goal.
Yeah, that's wonderful. You mentioned the AMEE course again. That's one of the prime things you run through the AMEE Russian office. Is that a face-to-face course?
Yes, it was face-to-face. We had some number of participants from Russia in AMEE online as well, but very few. Right now we had face-to-face course in May, and we're planning next one in October this year, early October, for which we are going to have about 50 participants.
Good. That's wonderful. So your reach is getting bigger all the time, isn't it? That's wonderful. So you've joined the executive now, and that's great. What other things would you like to see happen in AMEE? How would you like to see AMEE develop?
Well, we in executive, I'm participating. I'm managing two committees, liaison in two committees,
Which
simulation and CPD.
Right.
And we already had meeting of CPD committee yesterday. I'm going to talk to simulation committee today, and both committees are trying to attract even more people to AMEE as AMEE members and participants of the conference, and from their side, from the side of CPD community and simulation community, AMEE is a way to reach more people who are interested in simulation, because here on AMEE we see a lot of medical educators who never attends specific simulation meetings, but very interested in simulation, and they do some simulation in their practice as medical educators. And same for CPD teachers who are coming to AMEE, and of course they need to understand how CPD works in different countries to share their expertise. So
the committee organises events which will attract people with a special interest in CPD or simulation.
In CPD we are going to establish a full track in the program, CPD track. Probably next year we will be able to do that. We are managing webinars. We had 2 last year, and we are preparing for this year.
So not just events within the conference,
of course,
a few days of the conference, but spread throughout the year. You might broadcast webinars on MedEd World or some platform which is accessible to anybody who's interested in simulation. This is a big task, and you have a day job as well.
Yes, I do.
What is that?
Well, I have a number of jobs. I have a job as associate professor of surgery in the Russian National Medical Research University after Pyrgov, which is actually an AMEE member and subscribed to AMEE Live Online. So I hope somebody from the university will watch our lectures and plenaries.
And of course this is going out very shortly now as a broadcast via AMEE Live Online, which is wonderful. And there are 2 institutions that you know of picking it up in
Well,
Russia?
right now, yes, there is another institution which is Almazov Research Center in St. Petersburg in Russia. They are subscribed to AMEE Live Online as well. So it's very, very big institution for research. They have huge hospital, and right now they are founding medical school, which is very new and new concept. They will have medical school based in the research institute.
So special greetings to your institutions in Russia, picking up AMEE Live Online and our conversation. Thank you very much, Zalim, for your time. Very interesting to hear about everything you're doing. Thank you.